So why is it that you've got a phobia? What we actually know is that no one is born with a phobia and that something's happened in your life to create it. That cause is your foundation. And how can you fix something if you don't know how it started? Because what you actually do is you've got your foundation or your starting point, and every time that you have a phobic response or a negative reaction, you build it on top of that foundation, which is why you might think that your phobia is getting worse in time. However, if you know what that foundation is and you remove the foundation, the whole thing falls apart. So here's the 4 reasons why you might have a phobia.
Top of the list, copied behaviour. As children, we learn by replication. We look at our parents are our first role models in life, and then our grandparents, so people around us. So if we see someone freak out at a spider, for example, we just accept that that's normal behaviour, and therefore if we copy behaviour, we can also copy a phobia.
So the second reason that you might have a phobia is because of a trauma. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that trauma happens to you. That might be something that you see, something that you watch on television, for example. I mean, so many people that we've spoken to or helped who have had a phobia of sharks have been because of the film Jaws. So it could be something that's happened to you that was very traumatic, and therefore, so as to protect yourself, you've created a phobia so that you can activate your fight or flight response.
The third way, you can actually be told that you've got a phobia. For example, we worked with a lady who had an incredible fear of sand. She was absolutely terrified, and that started because there was a photograph on a mantelpiece at home of her as a baby on the beach. And her mum used to say, "You're crying in that photograph because you hated the sand." And she confirmed that on a regular basis and caused her to have a phobia.
I mean, I guess, why do you know you're called what you're called? Because your parents
tell
you that and you believe that, so why would you question it? And I guess,
so if you're told from a young age that something you have to be frightened of, then that's exactly what you will do.
the 4th reason that you might have a phobia is because of transference. So you may actually have an underlying feeling of claustrophobia, for example, due to something else that happened that's manageable. Then one day you might be driving along in your car, you see a big wagon on one side, you see a wall on the second, and suddenly you feel enclosed and start to feel anxious and start to have a phobic response, and you assume that it's because you're in a car, and from there on in you will blame cars and have a fear of driving. However, you've transferred your claustrophobia to the car, so deal with the claustrophobia and the fear's done.
You can also end up with a fear of motorways. So a lot of people say to us, I can drive on normal roads, but I can't drive on motorways, and it's because of transference.
So if you've got a phobia and you want some help with that, you can take a look around our YouTube channel where we share lots of different films. Let us know if there's something specific that you'd like us to cover, and make sure that you give this film a like if there's something there that has rung true to you. If you need some further help, you can have a look at our book, Conquering Anxiety. In this book, we actually share our technique on how to approach and address your phobia. Really hope that our little film there has been really interesting and that you can take something away from that to help you.